Today we're going to learn the halacha, what bracha you say. I'm going to mention only 3 specific seeds, but if you understand the concept, you could apply this to other seeds. One going to be the pumpkin seeds, the other going to be the sunflower seeds, and the other will be the watermelon seeds. I know the watermelon seeds in America, it's not popular, but in many places like Eretz Yisrael and other places, they do sell them and people buy them and people eat the watermelon seeds. So what bracha you make on them? Now, again, I could tell you bekitzer, but if you don't know the reasons, you cannot apply this to other seeds. So the bekitzer, I'll tell you first the kitzer, I'll tell you. We're going to start with the watermelon seeds. Watermelon seeds looks like lekula alma as shahakal. Watermelon seeds. Now, the sunflower seeds, lekula alma, it's hadama. Now, the pumpkin seeds, it will be machloikis. Most of the Rishonim and Achronim, starting from the Rosh, Rabbeinu Yoina, then going to the Shulchan Aruch, to the Ramo, to the Levush, to the Alter Rebbe, they're all saying it's Adama, according to the Rashba, and then we'll follow as the Gra, Mishnah Berurah, and Aruch HaShulchan, that would be Shahakal. Now we're going to say why would they say it's not just they wanted to say that. If you understand the concept, you know, like I said, how to apply this. There are many other seeds and dry like almonds and other stuff that we eat, how to apply them. Okay, so here's in Reish base, the Torah says like this: Val garina yapri, garim, that the peats, that the seeds. Posav Rabbeinu Yoina Zal, shemavorchem aleim boire prioetz. He holds that the garinim, it's like the fruit itself. If it's coming from the tree, you're going to say boire prioetz, like the pumpkin, it'll be boire priadoma. The pumpkin is Adama. Yeah, the inan orlo chashiva kapri. Why you consider the pits to be like the fruit itself? Because by orlo, something the orlo asura for the first 3 years, the pits also asura for the first 3 years since the Mishnah. And I'm going to read the Mishnah inside. It's orlo, perek aleph Mishnah ches. Hagarinim, that's the lashon. Hagarinim asurim beorlo. Since the garinim asurim beorlo, memela we see they will consider them as the fruit itself. The Gruda said the bracha will be the same. That's like I said. That's the Tur brings this from Rabbeinu Yoina. The Rashba zal kosav. The Tur quotes the Rashba. She'en levarchalem boire pri ha'etz. He doesn't say which bracha yet. He just said there's no etz over there. Why? The other Rabba lo yichashiv kapri l'inyan orla. It's not choshev. The Mishnah just said it's all. It says ela de marbelu me'es piriyoi. Since the pasuk says es piriyoi by Gabe Orla. Avaraltam espiria sholashonim. This would be orla. It says s from the word s. It says avaraltam piria. What's extra s? The pasuk writes to tell you it's to merabah, to include in the pri also the pits, the seeds. The mela sin it's only legabe orla. The pasuk was merabah the pits, but legabe bracha it says it's not. Now he concludes the turva adoini ovi arosh zal kosav Rabbeinu Yoina zal ubilvad shelo yumorim shnenim bachilosam. So the Rosh and Rabbeinu Yoina under the same shita, that as long as the pits or the seeds are not bitter, are edible, like pumpkin seeds, yeah, it's better when you roast them, but it's edible even when it's not roasted. That would be according to the Rosh, Rabbeinu Yoina Adama, according to the Rashba, that would be, he doesn't say that, he said that you don't say the original bracha. So some saying it's downgrades, like the Drisha says, it downgrades to Adama by the fruits of the tree, and by the pumpkin would be a downgrade to Shahakal. Like I said, that's how Lamaisa La'alocha. It's interesting. The Shulchan Aruch normally he would follow the Rashba in a lot of cases, not every case. And over here he follows the Rosh. Here what he passes in La'alocha in Shulchan Aruch. Garine aperes. Ime musukim, and the Mishnah Berurah says musukim doesn't mean sweet. It's edible. It doesn't have to be sweet. If they're edible, it's not bitter. Mavarach aleim boire pri ho'etz. The bracha again, if it's from the tree. If it's like pumpkin, it would be hadama. Depends what the tree, the bracha of depends of the bracha of the fruit is. V'memorim. If it's not edible, it's bitter. And klal. It's bitter. It's not edible. It's no bracha on them. Now, what happened? V'miskan aledeh ur. That would be the case of the watermelon. Watermelon, as far as I know, without preparing it, without salting it, roasting it, I don't think it's edible.
They shatter. The seeds would shatter.
The oilam don't eat it. So if you roast them and you made them edible through roasting or fire, some kind of form of cooking, baking, shahakal. That's the halach of the Shulchan Aruch. Again, so according to Shulchan Aruch, the pumpkin seeds would be adama, because it's edible without fixing it, without preparing it. The watermelon seeds would be shahakal. If you eat it the way it is, if it's not edible, there's no bracha. But if it become edible through roasting it, then it become shahakal. Now, before again, looks like a paskin like the Rosh.
And
now,
the sunflower
Sunflower, in a minute. That's the next halacha will explain the sunflower. It doesn't talk about it, it's poshut adoma, but I'll tell you why now. The next halacha, hey, you write like this: shkedim hamorim. There are some walnuts or other shkedim ve'egoizim that are originally. There are some, not all of them. Some of them are edible raw, but some of them they are bitter. You cannot eat them. Kshem ktanim, especially when they're small. He says. I'm sorry. No. The comma in the wrong place I put it. Shkedim amorim, comma. If you have bitter walnuts, yeah? Kshem ketanim, when they're small, mavarech boire prio eitz, because then they're more edible. When they're small, they're more edible. Yeah? Gedolim, when they grow big, again, not all shkedim. It depends on which type. Some of them, when they grow, they don't say bracha below klum. Why? Those zukim mazge. He says they're not good for you. It's not edible. It could even hurt you. Oh, he says like this. V'tamo de milsa, the kshem ketanim. The reason when they're small, he said bracha, the original bracha. Ikar achilosom hi aklipa. The main thing you eat those peas or the seeds for the shell. There is a shell grows around them. And the enomor, the shell is edible when they're small. Ukshem gedoilim, when they grow, ikar achilosom masher bifnim. Well, the main food becomes the fruit itself, the seed itself, vumar, and it's very bitter. V'imesakana dehaur, and if you're going to fix it, roast it, and become edible, the fruit, the seeds, or dover acher, any other way of preparing it, mevarech boire priho etz. So the Shulchan Aruch contradict himself. L'gabe this inyan. He says in the halacha. In Halacha Gimel, when he spoke about if you have seeds that are bitter and you fix them somehow through roasting or sugar coating, he said the bracha would be shakal. Now he said if you're going to take those almonds, yeah, or whatever, there's some type of like almonds, if they bitter on their own merit when they grow, and you fix them up, whether sugar coat them, whether roast them, he says the bracha b'yireh pri'etz. So again, if something is, again, we're going back to the watermelon seeds. So watermelon seeds. According to this, according to Halacha Gimel, it will be Shakal. According to Halacha Hey, it's Oetz. And how could he contradict himself? So the Levush answers this. The Levush says, by the almonds or whatever type of such a thing that you eat the seeds over there, since the whole planting of the plant was for those the way they are, the almond or the walnuts, you plant them for this. So Memele says, since the whole fruit, and the many fruit, that the only way you could eat them is by cooking them. For potato, you have to cook it, so the bracha adoma, even you cook it, because that's the way to eat it. Memele, the bracha remains so eitz. Masha Enken, he says, by Halacha Gimel, when you talk about peats or seeds, you don't plant the watermelon for the seeds. You plant to eat the watermelon. Some people use the seeds also. Memele, over there, since the whole planting, it was not for the sake of the seeds. If you fix them up and you eat them through roasting or sugar coating them, then the bracha would be shahakal. So according to this, going back to sunflower seeds, the whole sunflower seeds, and they're planting them to eat the sunflower. This is the real fruit. It's not memele. The bracha would be over there, lekula alma adama. Huh? Yeah, but people eat sunflowers. For some countries, like in Eretz Yisrael, you walk on Bnei Brak, and the Chazanish, the whole on Shabbos, the whole street is full of sunflower seeds. After they eat them, that's like this is depends which country. Sometimes they eat the very big. Any place it's planted to eat the sunflower. Yeah, they could make oil out of it too, but it's made for this. It's like this. Sunflower seed is no machlokes. It's adama. Pumpkin seeds, according, like I said, to the Shulchan Aruch and to the Rashba, not the Rashba. I'm sorry, no. Shulchan Aruch, Rosh, Rabbeinu Yoina, Ramol, Levush, the Alter Rebbe. That would be. The bracha would be over there, ha'adama, yeah. Now the reason the bracha over there would be ha'adama, because since it's edible, the garina ha'peres, it's halacha gimel, the Pascal Shulchan Aruch, the Alter Rebbe also. Garina even mesukim, meaning again they're not bitter. The pumpkin seeds are edible, even though you sometimes roast them too, fine. But the edible without roasting, v'vorach alam boire prio etz. He doesn't talk about pumpkins. He talks about using the concept about the fruits of the tree. It's the fruit of the land, like the pumpkin seeds. The fruit would be ha'adoma. Yeah. Now, so we're clear. Sunflower seeds as adoma, lekula alma. The pumpkin seeds, it's machloikis. Soon we're going to see why the growth signs. Well, it sides the growth sides with the Rashba, and that's what the Mishnah Berurah and Aruch HaShulchan followed the Shita. That would be downgrade to shahakal. The watermelon seed would be L'kula alma shak. Now, one important halacha. In case somebody forgot, and all of them, he said the adama is yotza, because it's not a lie. So, but now if you know this concept that it's originally, if it was planted for this, and it's edible, then it holds at bracha. So according to many poskim, it's whether it's from the tree, whether from the earth, it's the original bracha. If it's not made for this, like watermelon, they plant for the watermelon, and you fixed it up and you made it edible, it's l'kula alma, it's shahakol. Yeah, and if it's original, like a walnuts or like walnuts, if it's originally was bitter, but you planted for that, even after you fix it, l'kula alma, it does not loses the bracha, it remains ha'etz.